So to make my devil horns, I started with polymorph. It's basically plastic pellets that melt in hot water. All you do is work with it just similar to Play-Doh. You mold, dip it back in the hot water if you have any trouble, and just keep molding until you get to your desired shape. The benefits of polymorph is, as long as it's clear, you can mold it. So whenever it started to get misshapen or I didn't really like the shape, I just dip it back in the hot water and continue to mold. I'm going to tag the video down below that I use as inspiration for the horns. You'll find her YouTube as well as the video linked down below. Here I'm just adding more and more polymorph and using a knife to kind of score it so that I can get more of a bony effect. I originally painted it with hair dye and that wasn't working, which you'll see once the makeup routine starts. That was not a good idea because the waterproof paint comes off every time I touched it with my fingers. Even though I did such an awesome job painting it, I ended up wiping the paint off and repainting it attached to my head. As always, you know I start with my moisturizer and oil on my lips. Gotta keep everything hydrated. Here I'm just positioning the horns and using a white liquid liner just to kind of outline where I want the horns to be. I do the same thing for both sides. This was my first time covering my eyebrows. I just used a glue stick and combed through my brows to get them to lay flat in the upward direction. And I applied liquid latex to both of the areas where I wanted my horn. While my eyebrows were drying, I added a sheet of tissue paper that I probably should have ripped up a little bit, but you'll see I learned by the second time I start to apply. I switched from toilet paper to actual cotton swabs because I wanted it to be thicker. I went to powder my brows down. As you can see, it was a fiasco. But I then switched to just using a makeup sponge. As you can tell, I got very carried away with the liquid latex. I then go forward to set my brows using my lighter Fenty foundation in an effort to conceal them, and then I set them with translucent powder. I did the same thing for the spots with liquid latex. Here is where the struggle began. I made the liquid latex and cotton swabs very, very thick, so it was a struggle to get through. I went from using a regular scissors to a tweezer to my fingers to my actual hair scissors, and it was not letting me through. So eventually I just decided to take it off and stick the horn through the liquid latex like a skirt. Here we're going with a light brown eyeshadow and then top that with deep red. I go in with a black gel liner as the base for my black eyeshadow because I wanted it to be super pigmented. I go in with the black gel liner first and set with a black eyeshadow. Then I go back in with the red eyeshadow and just continue to make it more pigmented. Wipe off the excess, add some more oil, add some primer, and I go in this time with my NYX Total Control drops. To outline my brows, I went in with the e.l.f. liner just to give me the general shape. And then I went in with the same gel black liner I used for my lid to achieve my brow shape. I just kept filling it in until I was happy. And then I go in with concealer that gets covered up with my veins in the end. I contour regularly, adding a deep contour. I'll go back later and add black into the contour. And I bring the dark brow contour all the way down my nose. Then I go in and add a wing liner on both of my eyes. For my under eye, I first lined my waterline with a black pencil. Then I went in with a black eyeshadow to smudge it out, and then I decided to use the same colors I did on top, like the red and the brown. For under my eye, I went in with black liner first and then used the black shadow to smudge it out, and then blended the black out with the red I used for my lid, and add in the red highlight right underneath the curve of the brow. For the veins, I mixed red and blue water-based paint to make purple. I made a lighter one and a darker one for two-tone veins to give a more realistic appearance. I just went in and drew squiggly lines, basically. I don't know how else to explain it. Just keep watching. I use the same mixture for the veins to repaint my horns. I paint the actual horn as well as the base. Then I go in and add black to my nose contour and blend it out. Then I went in with eyeshadows to give the base of the liquid latex a more bruised effect. Then I decided to add black eyeshadow to my contour. And add that black around the base of the horns. Then I go in with my congealed blood to add the scabs and dried up blood around the base of the horns that are supposed to be poking through my skull. I wanted to add blood tears, so I went ahead and added a little bit of congealed blood underneath my eyes. Off camera, I added my lashes and put in my contacts. Hair, I'm just dripping the blood down. It dripped a lot faster than I originally thought it would, so I'm just using a Q-tip to kind of slow it down. Then I go ahead and paint the horn with some of the blood and add fresh blood around the scabs as well. Add my red lipstick, add a little bit of black paint in the middle, a little bit of scattered blood on the side of my lip, and then more of the stage blood. Guys, this is the end of the look. I really am super happy with how everything came out. This was my first time using liquid latex and my first time using polymorph, and it came out beautifully. Like, I am, for a first try, I'm feeling really good about it. Let me know. My blood is all drippy drip now. It dripped a lot faster than I thought it would. Channel, I have 1 or 2 more Halloween looks coming. I'm not 100% sure how many I have. But yeah, this is my sexy devil. I'm so happy. Tell me what you guys think about this wig. I do like the black one more. My mommy was just like, try it on. It's gonna give it a different look. It's like a swipe of paint. I was just like, okay, mommy. So I tried it on and I kind of like it. I do have another look coming featuring this wig solely. But tell me which one you guys like better. Go ahead and comment down below which wig you prefer. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.